have DM with us on our table now.
Hello.
Finally decided to join us.
It is strange to be here.
It is kind of weird
It's
having
weird.
you sat there,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm used to like having a focal point over
Yeah.
here to be like, what do you think
God.
about the show?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Your piercing falling out.
Yeah. We're cool.
Cool. That was fun. We're in London.
We're in
We're in
London.
London.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was our first London game.
That was the first of what I'm assuming is going to be many, many, many.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to do. Like, already from that, there's so many things that I'm like, I want to look into and investigate and go to.
I'm like, we have to go to the observatory, we have to go to the museum, we have to go to Ratfield or whatever it is.
Just a field of rats.
Field of rats!
Oh, we're here.
Like Rosalind's least favourite place.
I know it was rat something because I remember.
Ratcliffe.
There you go. Oh,
Keen
it's a cliff where rats jump off. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosalind's going to get there and be like, what?
Gotta go, like, so many things. Going back to White's.
Yeah.
I'm so scared about what you two are going to do while I'm at the fucking opera.
Yeah,
Well, I
you gotta
guess
go
we'll-
to the opera with the Viscount.
I do, and I'm going to be seen at the opera with the Viscount
Without
without
a
a chaperone, which is very, like, Rosalind, you, like, that's
Rosalind
very
had every opportunity.
behaviour for Rosalind. But I think because Rosalind is just so, like, this is desperate, dire circumstances, like, the normal rules do not apply.
I mean, you
Not
could have
realising
asked,
nobody knows what's going on.
You could have asked for a chaperone.
Yeah, I could have. I mean, I still could if
True.
Rosalind wants to by the end. But I don't ever know what Rosalind's going to do until I'm sat at the table. So for now, Rosalind is going to be seen with the Viscount at the opera, which is a very big thing. But yeah, it's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And I guess we'll
What
are you
find
gonna
out what
do?
we're
We'll find out.
And the thing is as well is if you guys do something without me, if you fail, you are fucked. Because, like, I'm the only one who's really good at smoothing things over when you fail. Because I'm no help. Like, you're going to be completely the same as if I was there. Like, whatever you do.
Yeah.
It's if you mess up is when you're going to
And then if we
need
don't
me.
mess up, it's whether we tell you.
Yeah, I've been thinking this. It's weird being the one in the group who, like, I don't know if the others trust me. Or, like, to what degree you trust me. Like, it's a fun position to be in. And also, that you two both had whispers today.
Oh, yeah.
You both know stuff about the Viscount that I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
like, la la la, I want to go to the opera.
And
I
that's
wonder
true.
if what we know is the same thing or
Oh, well, you're off by yourselves, you can talk about it.
Yeah, if we can. Yeah.
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 Or
So-
DM could tell us if they're the same thing.
I could, couldn't I?
Yeah, but you
Does
won't.
DM even remember what he said?
I do, yeah.
It was...
It was a lot at first.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I hope that it was, like, fun to watch.
Yeah.
I'm
Like,
not sure the first half was.
Because I think the second
Yeah.
half was brilliant.
Yeah.
I think
And then the first half was just like, I think all of us were very... It was weird because it was like I was feeling the tiredness of the journey. I was
Yeah.
feeling the
So was
journey.
I.
And I was also just dealing with a lot of stuff as Rosalind that just made me really, like, off a bit.
Yeah.
And I hope it was translating, like, for me, that it was... Rosalind was struggling to be Rosalind.
Yeah.
Like, to do... Like, it wasn't that I... It was weird. It was...
Yeah.
Yeah, Rosalind was
'Cause
off her game.
Yeah,
And
I
not
didn't want to
Taya.
seem
Like,
disinterested.
yeah.
Talia was being Talia,
Yeah,
not I'm just
yeah.
not going to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was whether that translates.
I hope it did. If it didn't, that's what we were
Hopefully.
doing.
Yeah.
We were
If it
not.
didn't, sorry.
Yeah. But well done for getting through it, because
Thank
Act
you for
2...
staying.
First combat.
First combat. Yeah.
Sure, we could call it combat, yeah.
Sort of. I mean, it was first roll
It
of
was,
initiative.
yeah, it was our first initiative roll.
It was fun. That was fun for me, actually.
That was like the most fun bit of the episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe you weren't expecting it.
I knew something was going to kick off the minute we
I
took you
knew
to
there was
White.
gonna
I
be
expected you
kick off, yeah.
to respect the results of the dice. You failed. Stop trying.
Yeah.
But I love that you kept failing. Like,
Yeah.
no matter... I gave you so many
Yeah.
rolls,
You did.
and every single one you failed. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like, you've just got to stop.
Yeah.
The dice don't want this to
I
happen.
know.
Yeah.
It's so weird how it works out sometimes.
Otherwise, someone's just going
Yeah.
to pull a gun and just blow your head off. Like, that's it.
The
Clean
minute
her up.
you started like shouting at them, I was literally sat here like, oh, we gone fight today.
Absolutely hysterical. Presumably full moon. I don't know, time of month. The guys weren't sure.
Ew. Yeah, that was fun. The fact that I managed to slip through them, and then even though I know that you were like so stressed about everything, you were like, but you don't want, like, you turned and you like turned on them, not on me. You're like, you don't want your establishment to be embarrassed, and I really didn't know how you were going to react. Yeah, I really thought you might come at me for it.
No, I'm not going to say what was going on with Rosalind at that point, because that's Rosalind's business, frankly, and girl's a mess, you don't want to get in her head. But yeah, it felt like that was the thing that made sense for me to do. And I just think it's so funny. Like, when you were rolling and it was so bad for every one of them.
Because that was
for me
people.
Just being like, this looks very bad on your men. Like,
that was 7 people.
6 men looked at this.
Oh,
like,
and 7 if you include Will at the end.
Yeah,
Who rolled a
7
bit
men
better.
looked at this like pathetic girl, like not trying to stay away from the fight, being like, you look very bad right now, and they were all like, yeah, we better
Because
take
you
a look
didn't even
at
roll that
ourselves.
high. You
No,
rolled,
it was
what,
like
12?
15.
15. I was like, at least a couple of them are going to roll okay, so they'll keep chasing you down, pinning you down. I'm like, no, every single one was like, she's got a point.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be chasing after a little girl.
Sometimes people listen to Rosalind.
That was insane.
Her family doesn't. Random men do. This is very in character.
And you were trying to be like, can I sneak away now?
Oh, that was really good.
I just wanted to sneak away.
It's like everybody's looking
Agatha
at you.
is really going on a character journey. When you brought Talia the wine, I was literally like, I'm obsessed with Agatha and this journey for her. Like,
And you thought that I was drinking the wine because I like sniffed the wine, and when the Viscount was like, "Oh, how do you?" I was like, "Oh, it's delicious."
I get confused because characters think you're drinking wine, even though I don't.
Yeah,
it is hard to draw the lines sometimes.
I was like, I knew, but I'd forgotten because my characters didn't.
I'm trying to be polite, but
it's just how many times you've come and brought me wine.
I love
think
it.
this
It's
is
a really nice dynamic.
The second time, I think.
Well, so you let it happen at your birthday.
Yeah, it's
the
getting
first
more
one.
and more.
And then you slid it over to me at Stone.
Yeah.
And then you've come out with not just a glass of wine and the bottle.
The rest of the bottle.
Yeah. You tipping the rest of his like bougie handmade wine away.
Yeah.
The pettiness.
Some of the most expensive wine in Britain.
Yep.
I was just like,
And it's just in the rose bushes now. So.
I tipped wine on this carpet.
Yeah.
yeah,
so-
you like punched his hand.
And your shoes got pissed on.
Yeah, I forgot.
Talia has anything but tact.
I would love to know what the Viscount thinks of Talia. Like, what does he think's going on?
Should have asked.
Just a hysterical woman. You're so funny when Maijai's glaring at you the whole time. You're so funny.
He is, yeah. I'm just trying to be the character, like, so apart from when I'm laughing, obviously.
Yeah, that's what's funny to me.
But like the rest of the time, I'm just giving you clues, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like, watch the characters. They will reveal stuff that you don't necessarily have to roll for.
Yeah, the Viscount is a really interesting NPC. You're playing him very interestingly. I like it.
Keep forgetting to give him his proper accent, but voice.
What's his proper accent?
Bit more James Bond-esque, Regency James Bond. Bit more suave. But I keep falling back into the classic, slightly older, posh man.
But maybe he's trying to be suave and is
Maybe.
falling back into his, I don't know. Can't believe he twinged his back.
Yeah.
Your little pissing contest, that was really funny.
That was so good.
That was,
And it was how well I rolled.
The first time.
The first time. No, I know. The
Then
second
you had
time.
to try again.
I did, but it's like, that's fine because we both failed. But it was the fact that the first time, like, you failed so badly that you hurt yourself, and I rolled
just
so
marched
well
out.
that it just like... Sorry, I thought it would be more difficult. Yeah. And then Agatha opened one.
Yeah.
With only a roll of a 12 as well.
It was only 10. I only said it at 10.
Oh, fair enough then. Yeah.
You're like, you got the angles all right
Still,
for
yeah.
the leverage.
I'm
in the
proud of
science
Agatha.
of it.
Agatha's like, Agatha's entering a cool era. Agatha's literally like, because you guys are literally planning to like just sneak away and do shady stuff.
Yeah.
And I kind of
Are
like,
we?
obviously we,
Are we?
Are we?
I don't know. But I like expect stuff like that from you. It's really
Yeah.
nice seeing the development in Agatha because like at the start of the campaign you just would never.
Yeah, well, it's really nice, the, like, Talia and Agatha friendship.
Yeah.
Because that
You
was...
both need it, I
yeah,
think.
but we, like, when we were first talking about these characters, it was like, these two are, like, never gonna get on. But then, actually, now that we're, like, back in proximity with each other, it's like, we actually get on really well,
Yeah.
and we do
Yeah.
like each other, and it's
Yeah.
really nice. So, that's fun.
Yeah. I'm glad. I don't know shit.
You don't know anything. You're just like, oh yes, talk to me
so
about your
dumb.
boats and your war, and talk to me about everything, and I'll just tell you how smart you are and how full your brain is with all of the smart things. My
Like my head
feminine
is so full of
wiles,
facts and figures.
my feminine wiles just can't keep up with it all. Shut up, Rosalind.
Shut up, Rosalind. Rosalind, shut up challenge.
Yeah, I think next episode should be fun to see the two of you getting up to escapades
I'm
together.
so
Yeah.
excited. Like,
And you'll
And
just
then
have to
it's just
sit
gonna
there
cut back
at the
to an
opera.
yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna have the best time ever.
Yeah.
Because like as Rosalind having whatever, Rosalind's doing what Rosalind's doing. But like then I also just get to watch whatever happens, and that's really fun for me because I love watching.
You
Wait,
might not have a role next
Yeah.
episode. You might just be
I mean, it
sitting
depends
there
what happens at the opera.
while I described the opera to you in detail,
Yes, tell me the
back
plot
and,
of
back
the
and
opera.
forth.
Depends on when we next play, but I might have my new dice by then. Because they should be arriving in
That's
a week
exciting.
or week and a half or so.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like, let's not play until they arrive, because I feel like I need my new dice to do whatever it is that we end up doing.
Maybe. But I'm also now like so impatient to play again.
Yeah.
Like because we haven't played for like between the last episode and this one is the longest we've gone between, which is still like not a long time,
No.
but for us, and now I've done it again. I'm back into it, and I'm back to like, I need to play tomorrow. I need to do a game every day.
Yeah.
I need to know what happens. I need to know what you guys are gonna do, and I need to go to this opera and see who calls me a slut. Because like,
Yeah.
what is Rosalind doing? Why
What?
is she...
I want to know, what is the dress that Edward picks out for you?
Yeah, I've been thinking this because Rosalind.
Has a very
This
clear
is really
aesthetic.
funny that like I have been because Rosalind doesn't question men, not in a way that's like not very tactful and thought out. So I obviously was like, oh my god, yes, of course, give me a dress. But in the back of Rosalind's mind, it was like, oh, I thought you were going to send me to a seamstress and we were going to have discussions. I thought I was going to go to a nice shop in London and sort this out myself. This is something I know what I like, and I was very like, the back of Rosalind's head was really
Imagine
like,
he puts
this
you in
better be
red.
nice. Like, yeah, I'm
Puts you
interested.
in not like pink or purple or white.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was going to send over a number of
He
dresses
did.
to choose from.
He did, which made me feel a lot better.
Because like you're only going out in a few hours. There's no time to have your custom-made dress.
No, I know, but in my head it was like if we go to a seamstress, they have ones that like I could have some alterations made. You know, I could very quickly just have a already made like, or even one of the dresses I have, I could like do up a little bit. Yeah, Rosalind had a very clear image of, especially because for Rosalind this is like a huge deal. Like going to the opera in London and being seen socially at the opera in London is like everything she's ever wanted. So like, yeah, I'm kind of stressed about my dress, which is hilarious given that you two are stressed about whatever you're gonna do tonight. And I just love it. I love the disparity.
I was just really wondering where the whole opera thing was going to go, because I was like, Taya doesn't want to go to the opera.
Talia would just leave.
Like, no. But then I was really wondering what you were going to do. Because I was like, am I going to be left to my own devices for the evening?
That would be dangerous.
Or
I'm so glad
are
you've got
you
Agatha.
also not wanting to go?
I don't want to go to
And
the
then
opera.
Was your mic not plugged in?
No, I pulled it out by accident.
Silly.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was a nice moment for me. Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that.
But also I kind of wanted to give Rosalind and the Viscount some
Alone time.
alone
Oh
time.
my god, you shouldn't be approving of an unmarried woman without a chaperone being alone with a man, Agatha.
The amount of times
Anyone would think that your religion is not as strong as you make it out to be.
But,
What are you on about?
the amount of times that you and the Viscount have been left alone
I know.
with no one in the room.
I know. In my head,
there's always been a footman.
Yeah, footman.
There hasn't though, because they've been sent out to do stuff.
Hey, that's true.
For a few moments.
Still,
yeah, it has. Yeah, Rosalind is behaving not as she would behave in normal circumstances.
No.
same though.
Like, none of us are. This is the thing I think it's really interesting. Like, we said it was going to be really interesting getting to London, and already you can see that we're really, like, this is
Out
a
of
very
our
different
element.
element for us all.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I hope that's really interesting to see, because it's really interesting for me just to feel and then to observe in you guys.
Because it was really weird too, because like I knew that you would have me like carried out. But Taya was like, these men aren't going to lay their hands on me. Carrying me out of a building, that's never happened before. They might just get a bit angry at me, which I've handled. I was like, excuse
Men
me?
don't drag you out of rooms in Bledlow and in
No.
stone.
Absolutely not. Who do you
I
think
just
you
can't believe I rolled so bad. I was just going to have all four of them, like, just pick you up, carry you, and just be like, chuck.
Yeah.
But you rolled good enough, so lucky you-ish. Yeah. It could have definitely gone worse.
It could have gone so
but it
much
could have
worse.
gone a hell of a lot
Yeah.
better. If you'd just done as you were told.
But now the thing is that, like, that was a big drama, and the people at White's now know us as, like, those girls.
Oh, you'll never be allowed in again, I don't imagine. Those doors are just going to shut and lock when they see you walking up the stairs. Cool.
It's giving Seth. Seth, I miss you. Rio,
I
come
miss
back.
you.
I love you.
Oh, yes, Seth. Oh, poor boy, rest in peace.
This is the thing. He's
You
not
wouldn't be
dead.
making those jokes if it was real, because you wouldn't want us to know.
The
Unless
audience
he's double
knows.
bluffing it.
Or do they?
I don't know.
What do you know?
Tell me.
DM us. Don't. Please don't.
Don't. I don't want to know, but I do.
We'll find out when it's
Yeah.
the right time.
I think the audience will have a rough idea. And you guys will have to just not watch the end of episode
You have to like
4.
Yeah, you'll have to like put an announcement on the screen being like, stop watching now if you're part of this campaign.
I'm just going to do one of those Marvel things where it comes at end credit scene.
Oh.
Pop up there.
No one's gonna watch that.
Favorite moments,
Hmm.
Mr. DM man.
Yeah, the staircase battle. Good fun. Battle of wills.
Because of Will. Favorite moment?
Probably the when I gave you the wine.
Yeah.
I liked that. That was a
Yeah.
nice bonding moment.
Yeah. Mine is that, and like mine's both of yours. Equally as like fun in different ways for me.
Yeah, the whole staircase. It was just so good. Specifically for me, I liked 6 random guards just listening to me. Like, my pathetic, like, pleading. I just like that all of them are like, oh yeah, she makes a point.
Yeah. The moment for me, and it's like, because I have like felt my heart go in episodes before, but when we were like stood in the waiting room and you were being like, there's this lovely cafe, we're going to take you to the cafe, and like I knew, I was like, I'm not going to a cafe. My heart has never beat so hard in my entire life. Like, I was terrified. I didn't know what was about to happen. I was like, this could go so many different ways. I was so scared. I was like, I literally, like, my heart felt like I was genuinely like stood over a massive cliff, like looking down, and then I was like, I could just fall, like, very easily. Like, my heart could not go.
Just go to the cafe next time.
But none of us cried this episode, I don't think.
Ah.
Well, that's true. That's true. I've been a bad DM.
For some reason, I nearly did when I was talking to the Viscount after you made a scene. I was like...
No, because I looked over,
Yeah,
I was like,
it was like a second. And
I was like, sorry, bro.
Yeah. But none of us cried. Well done.
No.
Well done, us.
Well done,
Strong.
us.
And I didn't pull a 7. You open the box and there's just 3 heads there. I'm like, oh, there's Daddy.
I manage it.
That 7's a movie.
Yeah, well, we've born.
No. Brad Pitt.
No, I know it's a movie, I just didn't...
Yeah, should we talk about
Think
that
of-
last bit?
Yeah. I
Oh.
forgot.
Pandora's box.
Esque.
It rattled!
It rattled! Oh my god, it rattled!
It rattled!
And then there was nothing in it.
Except for a scream.
A scream. And this is the first time we've encountered something like that, because we've seen books and stuff that look sus and weird.
Yeah.
We've never seen or heard anything weird happen before.
No.
Like, and I can't believe you cut it just there, like...
It rattled. I forgot that it rattled, like, and not just like there's one thing there, like there's lots of things in there.
Yeah. And then it was just a whoosh and a scream.
A whoosh and a
And
I
I'm
was-
also like, did someone hit, like, the Viscount's in the sunroom? Like, he probably heard that.
No, he left.
No, he's in the sunroom though.
if it was a
we're
loud
down the end of the
scream-
garden.
Oh, right.
But like
Maybe.
anybody in the garden could have heard that.
Maybe, yeah.
And it was loud.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm
really
saying.
loud, yeah.
But yeah,
That's scary.
I don't know how we're gonna react to that.
Yeah, I mean, it was louder than someone screaming at the top of their voice.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think
That
the
hurts my
Viscount at
ears.
least heard it in the sunroom then. And probably some other servants who are, like, towards the back of the house.
Which means that when we come back into game,
yeah, one of us...
we have
So,
a minute before people show up. Probably.
yeah.
Yeah,
No, you
if
have like,
that.
Yeah, I'm saying like at most, at absolute most.
I'd say 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're just like, what was that? Somebody's in the doorway.
Yeah, Jesus.
And we've got to...
Because if you think about it, someone hearing that, then running at full speed
Yeah.
to investigate what on earth that was,
Yeah.
it's not going to take long to run through a garden.
No.
One round,
Yeah.
6 seconds.
Yeah. And we need to... this is the thing, like, the thing that I always find with this game, like, because it's the way it is and the way we're doing it, like, we've still not had, fallout time to, like, discuss anything, the three of us.
We've still not spoken about the code.
Yeah.
We've not spoken about the code.
You're
We've
not any further with
spoken
the other
about
code.
the books. We've not spoken about, like, the fact that you're really randomly strong. Like, and now we've got this Scream thing and we're not going to be able to talk about it because, like, I need to start getting ready for the opera. Like... And because people are just going to come in immediately and be like, oh, girls, what's going on? Are you all right? And, like,
Oh no, we had a terrible noise. Are you all right?
Making pies for the men.
You can't trust these women. Yonder topmost tower.
I forgot about yonder topmost
Yeah.
tower.
It's today's episode was so, or I suppose last week's was so different to all the other ones.
I feel like a change of scene has really...
Like it's
Yeah.
really done something to us.
definitely.
Yeah. Like, I feel really different.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for Rosalind to do the persona that she usually does.
Yeah.
And I don't think she's ever found that difficult before.
Yeah.
Like, it is so weird. So, as a player, it's so weird to, like,
Yeah.
observe and feel. Like, it's...
And and like it's weird because like everybody looks at Talia the same way, but like nobody like really listens to her anymore.
no one cares about you anymore. Yeah.
Like people used to be like, you're weird, but like I have to respect you, and now they're just like,
Now they
no.
just-
Like, yeah, you used to be able to get away with it.
Now you're just any other woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it like for Agatha?
I don't really know.
Same.
Fair.
Yeah.
At least you're still aristocracy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got that going for you.
Because the thing that I picked up on with Agatha that I was really enjoying this episode was, like, she kind of weaponized her illness. Like, I feel like there were a few times where, like,
I've
oh,
done
I
that
don't know if you've
before,
heard
yeah.
okay, but like, it was cool to see that in a place where people don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
people don't know the history and like
Yeah.
the ins and outs of how you are. So it was cool to see that like thrown at strangers, like when you did it at White's and like.
And at the Viscount.
And at the Viscount, and that was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been battling an illness of my own for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
So Agatha
I'm method acting.
I just really liked how like every like instinct that I had like especially while we were at Whites, but to do with all of that, like, you've then had the same one. Like, it's gone the same way. And I didn't think that we would be thinking the same things on, like, everything.
I love it.
Like, every thought where I've had, I think we should, like, do this, or this is how Talia's going to react, or, like, this is how it's going to be. You've then immediately just been like, yes, me too, this is how it is.
We've
and this
been
is...
giving each other knowing looks the whole episode. I keep, going to look at you and you're giving me the side eye.
It's just, like, such an
and
unlikely
Rosalind's
duo.
just like, I'm okay, and everything's fine.
Everything is fine.
Just hope you guys have a plan for next week. Breaking an entry when you don't have any lockpicking skills.
Well, they can make a plan in the time we're just getting ready for the opera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we've got to go do some scouting and then go back and...
Yeah.
And I'm also imagining, like, we're going to be out for a while because the
opera's
opera
like
is
3 hours.
long. And not only is it long, in this time period, like, that was a massive social event. Like, before and after, there will be, like, socials and drinks and people. Like,
Well, I think...
we're going to be out for fucking ages.
Yeah, I'll give you little breaks where you can think about what's happened while I describe the opera.
You need to learn the plot. We'll just cut back.
I'm going to pick... Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep cutting between, and I'm going to give all the viewers the complete rundown of whichever opera feels appropriate in 1820. I might even do some singing. No, I won't.
Please.
Yeah, I'll sing the opera in Latin or whatever.
Please.
If
I don't
my
know what
voice
language
is
they-
better, I might
Italian?
do some singing for you. No,
would be
you
so
should go
good.
see Carmen. That's the Spanish one. And
He likes Spain.
yeah.
I'm going to look up and see whatever was fresh and new in 1820.
All right, go on then.
Because he's so down with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that... the amount of times I almost just, like, slightly did something to annoy him and didn't.
That's hilarious because what you did do in canon is punch him in the hand.
Yeah.
And pour his wine away.
I had so many other thoughts of things that I could do, and I was like,
I want
no,
to
I
know
can't make
them
them work.
all.
But why? I don't understand why you were so mean to him.
Just don't like him.
You don't know him. You've got to give him more of a chance. Like, he's a nice guy.
Now I definitely don't like him.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he is who he is.
Yeah.
Victim of circumstances, and
I think he's great. I don't know what everyone's on about.
he's very rich.
Exactly. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
a Viscount.
Yeah.
Yeah. £20,000 per year, maybe more. I have no idea.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. Very rich.
I'll take it.
This is jokes. This is not canon.
I don't know. I feel like
I want to know what all the little things you were going to do were now. Considering the stuff you did do, I'm like, what did you not do? What did you hold back on?
things where I don't think I'd have been able to get away with it.
Well, you were just gonna like trip him over in my head.
There's always time. There's always next week.
Yeah, exactly. I'm biding time. The opportunities will present themselves again,
Yeah.
and we'll see which ones I go for.
Who knows?
DM, do you have any other thoughts
Do I have any other thoughts?
that you can share with us on how London is and
London's wonderful. You should explore all of it.
plan to?
I'm literally, you've got the plot, obviously, but then you've just got tourism. You can just
You
let
two
the
are going to end up
Viscount
doing the whole
take you
campaign.
around.
I'm just going to go on like elaborate dates around London.
You could.
Really, really good.
The thing is, I never know with Rosalind, like,
Yeah.
how she's going to be. So, I don't know, maybe I'm not going to do anything for the plot and I'm just going to go on dates.
Because I also, I don't know how Rosalind felt knocking on Agatha's door and both of us being in there and not us each being in our own room.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
us leaving together.
She
and,
wasn't expecting that. Like,
knowing that, you guys are going out and me and Agatha are hanging
Well, no,
out.
That being said, though, I had asked Talia to take me up to my room, and then you came by, a minute or two later.
No, it was like an hour later.
Yeah,
Was
an
it?
hour.
Yeah, like time had passed.
Oh, okay then. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can talk about whatever we discussed for that hour.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you need to come up with that.
Yeah.
I'll touch you later.
Because it is really interesting, like, for me as Rosalind, like, sensing what's going on with you and knowing that you're going to do something. Because, like, the way that you both declined the opera, I was like...
No, I really am ill.
Who declines the opera?
I'm cold.
I'm cold.
I'm cold. I'm old. No, wait, that's cold.
I'm hot.
I'm hot. I'm
angry.
I really am ill. Why can't...
Yeah.
It's, like I said, it's interesting for me being, like, having the role that I have in this group right now, and, like, it's interesting because it's very different for me and for Rosalind.
Yeah,
and, like, that's fun for me.
As a player, I'm like, I feel so bad for Rosalind being left out. Like, oh, like, you should join. But as Talia, I'm like...
Yeah, Rosalind needs to stay away from this.
like, no.
But also, like, as a player, I'm loving it because it's making such an interesting dynamic, and it's really interesting things for me to play with. Because Rosalind is so, like, not volatile, but, like, for me as a player, I genuinely never know what way she's going to be leaning more, how scared she's going to be in what way, and how she's... Because she has such extremes that she could do at all the times, and I just never know. And it's just... It's really interesting, and I am really enjoying it. What were you going to say?
I have 2 questions. First one is, who sees themselves in this group as the leader?
Well, it's not me.
I don't think Talia is herself the leader.
If anyone had to be the leader, I would say Rosalind.
I would say Rosalind.
Yeah.
But Rosalind isn't, in the sense that, like, Rosalind is leading herself to what she wants. She's not leading anyone else in anything productive, ever.
But every time I do something or we do something, I feel like it's going against what the leader says we should do.
Yeah.
Like,
But
it feels like
but
we're breaking the rules.
Because in a sense, like, Rosalind would be the leader if this was normal Regency girls living a life, you know? Like, it's people trying to, like, do something secretive. Rosalind is the opposite. Like, at the minute, Rosalind is kind of an obstacle to that. And I also just think, like, I think it comes that way because Rosalind is the one who's, like, most capable of talking to people. And, like, in that sense leads the way in terms of, like, sometimes decisions, because you two just won't do anything, and I'll be like, oh, well, I have to be nice to this man now.
I definitely feel like that. Most of the conversations, you are the first one to talk. And I guess that's where the whole... I guess, like, when you're talking about leadership, there is no leader, but for someone who is taking initiative the most, it would be you.
Who does it look like it is?
Mostly, I guess, it looks like Rosalind.
It's so interesting because to me it's such a different interpretation, because in my head I'm like, Rosalind is the thing dragging everyone back.
Because I
Rosalind is the stone trailing behind you. Like, because in some ways I'm helpful, and then, like, in terms of plot and, like, I just think Rosalind is the one who's got some catching up to do.
Because my first question was, who thinks they're the leader? And I thought you would say yes. And then my follow-up question was gonna be, who agrees with you? Like, who actually thinks that
I mean,
Talia
to be fair, what
leader.
you thought would happen is the reverse.
Yeah.
Everyone
It is the
disagrees
reverse,
with me for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
But, like, but this is what I think it's a really interesting group dynamic. And this is why I keep being annoying, because I could honestly talk and think about it for ages, because I think these 3 characters are so different.
Yeah. And they're so close to falling apart all the time.
Literally.
Because it's like, obviously, like, they have to stay together, but they also don't.
Yeah.
And the how close we are to one person always like not being in it, and how close we are to 2 people being like no and like going off on their own. Like, there's so many points, and I think it's happened for each of our characters. Like, for, at the moment, it's happening with you, where it's like we've gone without you. Yeah. But when it started, it was like you guys didn't want me around. Yeah. And there's definitely been moments
been like,
where
I don't want to be part of you. Like,
and like we're so close all the time to us just like falling apart, but we somehow managed to still always like keep it together.
Yeah. Because when we do work together, we are the perfect team.
Yes.
We all have the exact thing that the other two don't. That
Unless
works,
there's a lock.
Like,
Unless there's a lock.
Then there's just a boot. You only have one tool, and it's a fist.
Yeah. But it's just like, because we were worried about having so few players. Because like all the ones that like, you know, like the ones that I know of more, like have a lot more characters. So even when people are going off on their own, it's still like a group of people and nobody's really left behind. But when there's only 3 of us, it's really like...
Well, it's not so much the characters themselves. I mean, that adds to the storyline. But like for D&D, it's the tool sets. You have a limited amount of tools. That's what I was always worried about.
yeah.
I just think
Whereas-
we'll get them.
Yeah. Whereas I think for us, because of the approach we're taking as actors, I'm just like, all I care about is this character as a human being and like her journey and her
we'll
feelings.
Find ways to get the things that we need.
And I'm loving like what you were saying about the fact that one of us always seems to be falling apart and we never seem to be completely like on board. Because the thing is as well, I don't think any of us are ever really fully that honest with each other.
Yeah.
Like to an extent we don't trust each other, but also we have to trust each other more than anyone else in the world at the minute with some things. But we're all being very private about the things we're struggling with, but we're all really struggling.
And I'm so looking forward to when / if we ever get to the point where like we're all together and we all really do trust each other, and like when we're like a combined unit and we all are like with each other, like the power that we're gonna have and the way that we're gonna work, I just think is gonna be so good.
Same.
Yeah.
If we can get past everything that is going on.
Yeah, I agree.
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
I'm really
I hope
excited.
that they get there because I love these girls. I love them.
I love them so much.
They're so dumb, but I love them so much.
Guess you just have to live that long enough to find out.
Yeah.
Who knows what was in that box?
I'm scared.
I was shocked when I didn't have to roll anything straight away.
Yeah, when you were like, which one of you is opening it, I was like, oh, something's happening. I was like getting flashbacks to being blind.
Yeah, I was thinking of like, oh, we need to all turn away. But
it was fine. Or was it? We
Or
don't
was
know.
it? We'll find out.
yeah.
Let us know your favourite bits.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Submit, dominate, subscribe.
Please submit, dominate, masochist, sadist.
What the fuck?
Submission
this out.
and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe. Right? Those are the things.
Yeah,
us your
give us
Submissive
Unless you don't want to,
subscribable.
and then
Tell
you don't
us,
have to.
how
Give us a
you
thumbs
feel
down if you really need
when you watch
to. Be
it.
honest.
No.
Submissive and subscribable.
But yeah, leave comments
If you're,
about...
that's what I was thinking of. Submissive and subscribable.
subscribable.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Leave your thoughts and feelings down below. Any favourite quotes? Any favourite moments?
Yeah.
And if you're listening on Spotify,
If we ever
give
get
us
that
a 5-star rating if you want. Like, give us a 4 if you
And
feel we're
follow
4.
us.
And honestly, I'd take a 1. At least that means people are listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vote us 1 and I'll
Just
hunt you down.
if you exist, let us know you exist
Yeah.
so we can love you.
Even if you just send a comment saying hi. That's cool.
Hello.
Yeah, Jesus.
Just a thumbs
We can
up.
advertise.
Yeah.
We're great at it.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Do, 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 do.